to the weekly Q&A with Starting Strength Coaches. I'm Mick Solomons, the developer of the Starting Strength app. And from Houston, Texas, Chase Lindley. G'day, Chase.
What's happening, guys?
Not much. Alex Mitchell. G'day, Alex.
Howdy.
And from an undisclosed location, Alex Koseri. G'day, Alex.
With my island people in Hawaii. Last stream from Hawaii. I'll be back in Virginia Beach soon. So.
Yep. Nice one. Nice one. So what's going on in the world of strength training, fellas? Anything new to report?
Not that much.
Need to report. Barbells are still useful.
Yeah.
45-pound plates still weigh around 45 pounds.
17.5-inch diameter. You know, it's just the same.
17.5
This
inch
is why
diameter.
17.5.
I didn't know that. I did not know the diameter off heart. I don't know barbell trivia.
Yeah. This is why people don't like us, guys. This is why they go to the booty, butt, cheeks, and shit like that. Yeah. This is why.
Nice. All right, well, let's rip into some videos. Jeff Riggins said hi, fellas, in the chat. G'day, Jeff. Jeff? Yep.
Jeff Riggins.
All right. Azim.
Has Jeff Riggins ever sent in a video?
Whoops. I think he has.
Yeah, Jeff Riggins, send in some film. Get some
Right
straight
now.
bar curls.
Today.
Yeah, we've had this guy on a few times. I reckon isn't this guy from he's in Dubai or Qatar or something.
Yeah, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, something like that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say this gym is wild. Like, who has that much
It's like
space?
it's
that
his
you can
living
put-
room. Yeah, a dumbbell
Yeah,
rack.
that you can. Yeah.
I think he's just
And one of those
he's just
floors-
reappropriated the slaves' quarters, I think.
Probably.
Shots
Servants.
fired. Shots fired.
Servants.
More, yeah.
Oh, by the
We're
way,
fine.
Mick, it's super relevant to this, but I have a client from Saudi Arabia. He calls you Mike Salamans. He was talking about the stream, and I was like, Mick? And he was like, who's Mick? And I was like, the guy, his glasses, you know, his hair, his glass, he's the host, and he was like, oh, Mike Salamans. And I was like, yep,
Nailed it.
Mike Salamans. That's him.
That's me from now on. Yep. All right. Who wants to take this one?
It's pretty funny. I had a form check come in today who was complaining, or not today, about 2 weeks ago, come in, and he was complaining about really, really bad back pain, and his squat looked identical to this, like 100% identical, which is to say that this is what happens if you, like, listen to a video of Ripito, and you're like, I want to squat, this guy makes sense, we got it, you get a barbell on your back, and you go to squat without any supervision. This is exactly what it looks like. Dude, you're reaching back too much with the hips. You need to push your knees forward, and that will probably fix almost everything that you got going on here. Also, keep your chin tucked down. You found it at the end, but make sure that's from the start to the finish. And my guess is like 99% of everything that's going on. If you just punch your knees forward and don't reach back with your hips quite so much, you'll get there. And also increase the weight by like 100 pounds.
Yeah, take 100-pound jumps on your LP for the next 3 workouts.
This is just like not heavy at all. This is not challenging.
Yeah, I remember
You
this
have not
gentleman, when
challenged
he
yourself.
sent in presses, they were all empty bar presses, or maybe like 5 or
Yeah.
10 pounds past empty bar. I like the
we said the
Tubo for
same
this. They just did a good video on Tubo. I want to say that was last week, maybe, they released on the Starting Strength YouTube. But it is very helpful for these situations as well, where you're trying to endorse knee contact. So rather than like attempting to actively avoid having your knees go forward, use the Tubo as a tactile feedback, whether or not you're actually touching it. So look that up, TUBOW, on the Starting Strength YouTube channel.
Yep. Yeah, nice one. Thanks, buddy.
Wow,
Sorry,
what a segue.
I was right in the middle of doing.
never
I was right in the
got
middle of doing something. Then I was like, "Oh shit, we gotta get moving." Theodore Mrenovic in the chat. He says, "I'm uncomfortable how Mick is always in the top left corner, but the others change. It's irritating my OCD."
Can you change this
Live,
midstream?
Theodore.
Because that would be great.
Yeah, I think I can actually.
Yeah, you should totally change this midstream. And leave the names, too. That'll be great.
There we go. How about that?
Screw that guy in particular.
Yep.
I think Mick won the exchange here. He's
Dude.
now me.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Chase
just
lost
traded
the
up.
most.
Yeah, I
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, Chase.
I just won. Oh my god. I
You
can now
did.
press 400. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice. Do it right now, Alex. Jeff Riggins said he never sent a video in. And Jay Russo saying, send something in, Jeff. I agree.
Yeah,
Send something
peer
in.
pressure. It's
Yeah.
very useful. Send
Put him
something
on
in,
the
man.
spot.
Send it right now. I'll actually get it on the stream if you send it right now. Let's keep rolling along. We have Ben Star 587.
Oh man, please do not do touch and goes.
Oh no, dude. Oh no.
Like,
It
these-
was
these
going
really aren't-
so well.
These
It was
aren't
going
bad.
really well.
So Ben, the reason why we don't like touch and goes, man, is that it can be totally unequal with the load when they touch. Now it may seem that you're tapping both sides at the same time, but in reality you're probably not. After each rep at the top, set it down, kind of give yourself like 2 seconds to reset, squeeze the back, take a breath, and then do your thing. I like to see a little bit more leg drive with this and finish that low back extension. I would want to see your toes out just a little bit more. Create a nice cavity for your stomach to be shoved down into. That's going to help with your lower back extension. And just treat these almost like they're fast singles in a sense, right? So two to a second intervals in between each rep.
Yeah. I say the same exact thing to all of my clients. You want to treat them like every rep is the first rep. And you just want to take 1 second, let the bar hit the floor, let it come to rest, and then squeeze up, recontract your spinal extenders, and then go.
The only thing I would add here is that you are matching the tempo and pacing of your descent to the ascent. Generally, that means to me that you are throttling how fast you're pulling on the way up. You want to pull the thing as fast as you can once your setup is consistent. So it's like we saw a consistent setup on rep 1. Like they were saying, treat every rep like it's its own first single. But pull the thing faster with a little more gusto. And you'll probably notice that like a 5-pound jump isn't that much, and you can probably do 10s for quite some time.
Yep. On your Ben Star. Thanks for the video. Up next we have Feeble Streng.
Oh yeah, he was squatting
Yep.
last week.
And I think
And
we
I said I wanted to see his
said-
deadlift.
And, yep.
And we have
this
delivered.
is with 95 pounds. So, first criticism before Kay gets a word in. Because he's going to say that too.
Is he stopping the pull before the safeties, or is he?
I don't know.
So, yeah, that is like,
maybe.
he's at like a 2-inch deficit, dude.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
is
his
too.
deficit
Yeah.
pulls into safeties.
Wow.
He's at a 2... What in the...
Just getting that isometric in while you can. I like it.
That Bill Starr work, okay?
It's an advanced variation, deficit
Very
pulls
advanced.
to isometric lockoffs.
That's some West Side shit right there.
All right, so your start position is totally fucked up. You're wanting to squat down into it. Right? So
I
it's
didn't wanna
just
say
five.
it.
It's 5 easy steps, right? 1, get your stance to where you're 1 inch away from the bar. Put like the knot of your shoelace of your shoe underneath the bar, and then take your grip slowly without rolling the bar. Bend your knees until your shins touch. At that point, you are a statue. Everything freezes, but your back will now straighten. Your chest will be stuck out, kind of like you're a gorilla, and you're gonna just gently push. Take the safeties out of the way so you can properly lock out the load, and these things will be fine.
Get off the 2.5-inch deficit. That's like...
Yeah.
That's going to prevent you from obtaining a good start position for sure.
All right, Feeble Streng. Thanks for the video. We have Max Denny up next.
Cool name, man.
And who wants to take a guess
Yeah,
where this
dude.
is?
Bruh.
Thanks, Danny.
Where I
Look,
wanna
he's
be-
got like an office like desk and chair, the chairman's chair set up
Dude.
behind as well.
This is kind of a cool little.
Wherever they are, I feel
compound.
like they have awesome
I don't know.
arepas. Like, really, really good.
Somewhere that doesn't
Okay.
rain a lot. I'm guessing California.
Oh, you think so?
No, this is like
I feel
this
like
I'm
is
gonna say
Central
Argentina.
America. This is Central America.
I was
right?
gonna say this feels like Costa Rica or something. dude.
Yeah.
I don't think anywhere that humid or rainy you could keep all this shit outside. I think
I
somewhere
wouldn't
Oh,
say
dry.
that's
Argentina.
true. That's a good point.
Like the
Maybe
kind of
they
a
just don't
coastal
care. They're
area
just
in
rusty.
No,
guys.
there's like full on palm trees in the background.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
There's,
they
there's
exist in
fucking
California.
palm
man.
trees in Houston, and we're a swamp.
What do you
Really?
think? Do you
Yes,
think this
and
is
you can't
Houston?
and you can't keep gym equipment outside in Houston
Fuck no.
unless you just okay getting it rusty.
Yeah, I would squat inside the rack if you could, my man. Because if
I don't
you
know
want
if
to
that
keep your
rack has
spotter
safeties.
in
Yeah, I
like
think you
lunging distance, maybe that's not too great.
I don't think he can, dude. I don't think that rack
Okay,
has safeties.
that's odd then.
I think
that
it's
is very odd.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
I didn't mind these.
Also,
I would like
the-
to see a little bit more hip drive, but I think these were for the most part fairly solid.
Yeah, and I mean, as you know, foot drop or foot. What am I saying? Foot gear could change. I'd like to see at least flats. I don't think those are flat. But ideally squat shoes. But if you can't get those, just Converse or something like that, so that you're not mushing around in them.
I feel like that desk and chair in the background is just the perfect way that Ripito wants to set up his gym.
Fuck no, he doesn't. He gets tired of watching people lift. I mean,
I'm sure.
that's why he kind of has like.
I'm tired
that
of it
little-
already.
So like for the time that I was there, he would always do his thing, and then he had his old chair where he would creak every time he'd rock back and look outside of his desk. So like once you heard that creak, like you better like your form better be up to standards. Other than that, or just like go in the back room where you just can't be seen.
By the way, the back of this guy's shirt says athlete. Very cool move.
Yeah,
Just to have
that's-
I feel like he might be wearing jeans as well. Like these might be jeans.
Sweatpants. Like sweatpants.
Push you. That's it.
Is that? Hold on.
Push you.
What are those birds?
Okay, yeah, never mind. The South America guesses.
Yeah,
We have
dude.
tropical birds in the
Come on,
background now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
They're speaking English though.
I'm gonna say Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Elbows. Come on.
You know what? That's a pretty good guess. I bet you're
Yeah,
right.
I think Chase may have the money on that one
All right.
for Puerto Rico.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So did we actually talk about this guy's squat? Is it all right?
Oh, yeah.
I think the coach who is trying to cue you with elbows, I'm not sure if that's really the right move in this position because I think your upper back is plenty tight. I would focus more on leading a little bit more with the hips and trying to synchronize that pattern more so. I don't really think this is a situation where you need to be overly focused on your elbows.
Yep. All right. What was that guy's name again? Max Denny. On your Max. All right. Friend of the show, Mel Sitnick. She wanted to let us know that she's lost 10 pounds. And
Nice.
looking good, Mel.
Kick ass.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, we have some audio for this as well, I believe.
I have to have a belt on top of that thing so that it doesn't.
Oh, he's back.
If you've got a over
My
the defense,
favorite.
and the thing spreads outside the mesh, well, now you're in another surgery situation.
That's what you want to hear when you're.
Those-
It's what you want to hear when you're pressing
What
is
I would
talk
do
about
if it was
hernias.
My midline
Yeah.
hernia.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly
would
what I want
build-
to hear. So that's a single, right? Looked like a heavy ass single.
Yeah.
It's hard to really break down a, at 9. Sorry, at 9.5.
If anything, Mel, it looks like you're trying to start this with your hips or some sort of drive. If you're just doing this strict, either way, you're going to have to get into a little bit of a wider stance, squeeze down on your abs, and keep the bar as close as possible. Now, if you're trying to throw your hips, think about it as you're shoving your ass straight to the wall. Like your butt cheeks are going straight in front of you. And you're making the bar dip down and coming back up like it's a pool noodle. So it's oscillating down and then flying up out of your shoulders.
Yeah, I think she said she was.
Watch.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
I was going to say, go to Bree Hillen's Instagram and then check out the way that she presses. It's not particularly like a very robust hip movement. It's just kind of a jolt where the torso will go back a little bit, the hips will spring forward microscopically, and then she'll use that to pop up straight forward. I notice a lot of people doing that. It's a great success. I'll teach it that way if the person's not particularly enthusiastic about the hip movement or is just uncoordinated and can't really nab it. But you can kind of synchronize that so that you're getting your head out of the way and you're creating this little down-up motion and really just springing off of the shoulders. I would say I would honestly maybe even narrow the grip a little bit, try and get everything more stacked right in front of you so you can create more of that fleshy bounce between your forearm and your biceps and then your biceps and your shoulder. But I think this was about as decent as a singles we can ask for. Like maybe on a perfect day you'd have another 2.5 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, I think she was saying she was using this opportunity of cutting to hit a few PRs. So I think that was a PR for her.
That is always fun. It is always fun to hit a PR when you're cutting. It makes it a lot more palatable for sure.
Yep. Jay Russo said that bird of the last video is found in Central and South America. So we're getting closer.
Hold on, Jay Russell. What was the species?
Yo, we got an ornithologist. What the?
Okay.
I hope when Jay Russo sends in a video, he's just like 6'3", 250, 7% body fat. Just like Crocodile Dundee outfit. That's what I hope for you.
And just stacks of books everywhere. Stacks of ornithology, vertebral evolution,
Dude,
all that shit around
birds
them.
of Central and South America everywhere. Yep.
Just a jacked bird guy. That'd be good.
Jacked bird guy.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
That's the dream. That's what we all aspire to.
Yeah, dude.
All right. We have Natalia. Whoa. We've had this. I feel like we've had this.
Yeah, I was gonna.
We've had this gym before, but it wasn't her.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
It's
the
the door.
black door.
Right?
The black door. Yeah.
It was the dude. Did he get his significant other to lift?
Yeah,
Maybe.
this is her first day squatting. She just went straight to 155.
You joke, but I've seen it, dude.
Natalia, I'd widen out the stance. They're way too narrow. I'd go about 2 inches wider than that and then turn the toes out a little bit more. That's going to help you hit depth. And then just go straight down from there on the arch of the foot or midfoot and ride it back up.
Yeah, I think wider stance will solve most everything. I don't know if you'll need a lot of coaching after that. The wider stance should facilitate it. I would honestly just cue, rather than sitting back into it because you're having a little bit of rock forward and back with your knees, thinking just butt straight down. I don't like the unrack of how you're like swooping well past the bar and then trying to create tightness by like flexing your wrists into it. Ideally, when you touch the bar, you can just pretend that your wrist and your hand are cast together and you can create that tightness with your shoulder. Like, don't give them the option of bending when they don't need to, because later on in the set, you're just trying to salvage it. You don't need to lose it in the first place. Otherwise, I think Chase nailed it.
Yep. All right.
Also, 155, not bad. Not a bad squat.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bar actually racked with looks like about 250 on there, or maybe even more.
Yeah, I think it's this dude and his SO. That's badass.
Nice one. All right. Thanks, Natalia. We have Steve next.
Oh, fuck. I just realized his plate loading. What the hell is this?
Oh my God.
It's cancer, dude.
Stop it now!
I'm going to cover my eyes until y'all review this.
No! Okay, this is you,
what
dude.
the fuck?
First of all, I love
Jesus.
it. It's awesome. Kick ass. You keep doing you, man.
Oh my shit.
I think he may be supersetting with pressing, and he's just taking the 45 pounds off using his pressing weight. Yeah. Because otherwise, that's just cool. Just go and steal all the fives in the gym.
And hide
one can
them
have them.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then leave the bar there. Don't unrack your weights afterwards, and no one can find the fives.
Yeah, I remember this guy's shorts, for sure. These are a lot better than
Oh,
last
yeah.
time. Last time it was upper back tightness and position for him. I think he resolved that. These are at depth. The knees are shooting forward at the bottom. I'd like to see a little bit of this more on your heels. I think that's coming from the head position where you're looking up at yourself in the mirror. So, just more heels.
Really? I don't think he's resolved the upper back tightness.
It's better than before. I'll tell you. That's my version.
I guess
of progress.
resolved. I take issue with resolved. Yeah, he has progressed for sure. But there's still an upper back tightness problem. Like that bar, first of all, it looks like he might be trying to stand up under the bar, like getting off on his heels, trying to stand up perfectly vertical. You've got to keep the bar right over the center of your foot, which is going to put your torso at a little bit of a canter. And that upper back can get twice as tight as you've got it, dude. You've got to nuzzle that bar into the muscle of your upper back. It can't just sit onto the flat back, and then you try to get it later.
All right.
Anything else? I think we covered it.
Please, new shorts. Please, God.
Never change, man.
Plates and...
Never change.
All right, thanks, Steve. Chase's buddy's up next.
I want to see the shorts from the last guy on this guy.
Can we? They will disintegrate. They would have already disintegrated.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Hey, Chase, can we get
Awesome.
Phoebe's butt reaction for this video?
Hey, Phoebe, come here. Look, this is the dude who's gonna press with me. What do you think of his butt? Remember the guy who's... Just come here.
She does not want to get
She
off
is
there.
not getting up.
Come here.
Yeah, do you remember Murtaugh? Or Biggs?
So this is the guy who presses a bunch, remember?
So Steven's actually in the chat now. He said, "I'd rip through those shorts. Wouldn't be good for anyone."
Yeah.
It's the hero we need, Steven. Make the
So,
sacrifice.
all right, initial reaction, what do you think about his butt?
It is large.
He does have
Factually speaking.
Well, it's important to listen to the experts. And
Are we talking about what his buddy's doing?
No, just, what do you think?
Just a reaction.
It's a large butt.
He has a large butt. Nice.
It's not
The-
in the sense that, y'all press alike, but y'all's butts don't look alike.
Oh, so we press alike, but our butts don't look alike. Got it.
No.
no, Chase's butt has like twice as much butt compared to that butt.
I don't think I've ever seen Chase's butt then. I don't remember seeing him and thinking like, wow, what a crazy butt.
I'm not standing up.
Bruh!
I think we can find a photo
was
of it.
Sight to behold, you guys.
It was the first thing I noticed. Was like, good God, man. That's
It's
just
not
not
that
right.
big. It's not.
Oh,
That was
shut
the
up.
first thing I noticed when I saw Cody Anino for the first time at the Starting
That is
Strength
also
seminar.
true. That is also true.
Homeboy is packing some hams. He looks like he can squat
Bruh!
1,000 pounds.
You guys.
He
you
does.
guys,
Yeah.
If y'all have not seen the video yet, you have to go look at our video. And you can see Chase's butt in its full glory. There
it
it
this
is.
one?
See, Nick's always
The
got
classic.
it.
The classic.
Oh, got it.
picture.
But you
Oh,
see
yeah.
how much bigger it is? Like, I'm a girl, and his butt is dwarfing mine.
Yep.
Get your squat up.
Dwarfing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys can be
And-
the Butt Brothers. Is that a thing?
That's what I was trying to get to, but that's really how he got me. Was the butt. That was it.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
But now,
right.
sir, for some relevant advice, I think I would just widen this stance up a little bit. I think this stance is too narrow for you, man. I would like to
I
see this a
agree.
little bit more west side.
And a little faster too on the descent. I'd like to, I mean, keep it controlled, but you got to get these done with, dude. You're holding yourself back by taking so damn long.
Unless these are tempo squats, in which case, good work.
Go for it. Yeah, great job.
All right. Anything else for old mate Steven?
No, keep on keeping on, man. Just send in videos. Start aggressively bodybuilding as fast as you can.
Oh, and the best, and you've got the best belt of the video reviews so far, which is the Pioneer Cut, A+ best belt in the game.
Nice. All right. Got a question from G Lock. Hey guys, my job keeps me from lifting for a 10-day stretch every month. How should I work my programming to not lose gains during my forced breaks?
I would need more information on that. Like, what is he able to do during those 10 days? You know, like, I think this might be a good Kosieri client. Like,
You know what's really funny? G-Lock is actually one of my boys already. He just throws out these questions in the hopes of one of us answering it in a funny way.
nah, bro. Like,
But
yeah,
yeah,
you're
so
with the
yeah,
right
so
coach.
yeah, Glock is he's an army guy, so his sleep, food, and stress resources whenever he is out doing army stuff are just terrible. It's basically just like 10 days of just gain sapping, so there's not terribly much to ask for. It's just
Yeah,
like sleep
yeah.
as much as you can
Just-
and try your best.
Dude, sleep as much as you can and eat the other guy's portions, right? Like,
Yeah.
Just eat the other guy.
Start absorbing other people's MREs if at all possible.
yeah, just eat another infantryman every time.
Yep. All right. Thanks, G Lock, for the question. We have RR Durban.
That, yeah, R.R. Durbin. That's a pretty good name right there.
Double R. Derby.
Yeah, dude.
He's got the camo plates
Dude,
as well.
Double R Derby would be an awesome name. Oh, I don't know what for, but you should do it, whatever it is.
Oh, you know, this gentleman actually submitted a priority form check for the power clean. Hopefully he's watching this. Let me know if you have more power clean questions, man. I did want to see his deadlift, so this is actually super informative.
This
How was
video,
his
this
back?
video goes for
Fucked
2
up.
minutes. So we're going to
Whenever we do see the deadlift, it will be informative.
One day this year, we will see a deadlift. So how are you guys?
This dude's like timing his pool with the sunrise. What the
On the solstice, I will pull. All right, we got to pull. Oh, okay. Well, that was
We got
next
one pull.
is on the. Yeah, it's on the next solstice. Oh my God.
I didn't mind the first one terribly much. I think that you need to separate starting the rep and back extension. So it's like you're setting up for a few seconds at the bottom. That doesn't really count as setup time whenever you're not doing anything. So it's like once your shins are on the bar and your hips are anchored in space, your job is to squeeze your back up into a nice big straight line. Try and make your back as long and straight as you can, and then that's when you can start the rep. You're just hovering over the bar and then rushing through those steps. I'm not sure what exactly it is about the deadlift, but I think it's you can tell people are doing a good job of this. They'll do it well for the first, like few weeks, maybe 2 months of the LP, and then they'll just start skipping those steps, and they'll think that their deadlift is degrading in quality, or that, their strength adaptations are dramatically outpacing what the expectations are, or the other way, like the expectations are too high. Just pretend it's your first time deadlifting every time. Like if you notice that you rush past these steps, like we were talking about a few sessions ago, every rep is the first rep. Every rep needs diligent back extension. It's the only way you're going to be able to make things super consistent.
Also, you should be done with your deadlift set inside of 45 seconds. A set of 5 needs to start and end inside of 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
A minute at
Yeah,
the
rush
most.
through it. Urgency
Yeah,
is super helpful. I've been seeing that a lot recently. People just they'll get on the bar, take a nice 10-second walk out on the squat, maybe 2 or 3 seconds of thinking about the squat before they do it, and then they'll 5 to 6 seconds between every rep. It's just so
puff.
tiring.
Yeah. Take a
Mhm.
puff of their cigar and hang out, think about lock.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Double R Derby. Stigsrud from Norway, friend of the show. What is going on in the background? Is that
Something is.
What do you mean?
I don't
It
know.
looks like. No, it's all right.
He's got a shake weight. Is that a shake weight?
I think that's just a
Doesn't look
dumbbell,
like it.
man.
Nah, this is a dumbbell.
Oh man, I was so excited. Oh well.
Any dumbbell's a shake weight if you want it bad enough, man. Just go in there,
I suppose that's
Start
true.
shaking them around.
I suppose that's true.
get that sick wrist training going on.
So I'm guessing Norway must have gone back down into lockdown, given that old mates.
I can confirm that Sweden is in lockdown. I have a client in Sweden, and
Well, this
he
guy's
has not
in-
been able to go to the gym.
This guy's in Norway, I think.
Same
It's
shit.
basically
Dude, they're all like
Scandinavia.
white, blonde, and tall. I mean, come on.
You were about to say good looking until you looked at this guy, weren't you?
He's
They're all
definitely
tall
tall.
and have hair.
Yeah, they all have blonde hair, and they're tall, and they have hair.
I like to see you
Well-
kind of work your way back on this. I would start back from just doing hang cleans or the bar at the jump position for a little bit and then slightly below the knees. Don't worry about pulling off the floor just yet. You're missing the jump position every single time, and you need to stay leaned over a little bit longer. Slow these down whenever you're in the hang position, or in the hang clean rather, and get your arms straight and work on just jumping and touching on the jump position.
Yeah, I might even like slam that bar into the jump position once you found it. Really like get a little bit of tactile sensation in there, some pain there, and maybe even I like hang cleans or even like maybe just below the knee, because I want you to practice staying bent over, staying over the bar for longer, like Chase was saying.
Yeah, I think I'm not entirely sure what this is, because I think in the teaching progression, if you do watch the videos and you're pretty pensive about it, it's very clearly delineated that by the time that the bar is at the jump position, the jump actually needs to be happening. So it's like when we're going through from the top down and then to the hang clean up, it's all enforced through that specific jumping position. If people, when they're learning it, just go straight past that and they're just like, I'm just going to pull from the floor and then go to the clean, you'll see what this is happening often, which is by the time the bar is past their belly button, they're kind of doing a little baby jump shrug, and then it just looks awkward. Note that the earlier you can start the jump with your shoulders over the bar, you can still get that violent pull back. You'll be able to put power into it. If it feels disconnected, you're generally jumping too late.
Yep. What was that orange liquid you were just drinking then, Alex Mitchell?
Oh, it's okay. I misunderstood.
No.
I was holding an orange
Solid.
item as well.
You're like, what is that?
Thai iced tea.
Oh. Does it
My
have-
wife
Yeah,
is drinking
sorry,
that right now on the other side of this screen.
I'm so.
Can we get a
jealous.
shout out
Well
with all the
done.
Thai iced teas out there in the chat, please?
What is Thai iced tea exactly?
What? They don't have that.
I
in
would probably
Australia?
say in
They
like
don't
an
have that in
8-ounce cup,
Thailand.
it's a
I'm
solid
gonna be honest,
4 to
I don't know
500
what it is.
calories.
Oh,
Solid
yeah,
4 to
for
500
Condensed
calories.
milk and
So
cilantro.
yeah, like think like okay,
Some
no,
ping pong
like
balls.
the strongest tea stronger than coffee, tea brewed stronger than coffee. Throw heavy cream in there and a shit ton of sugar, like more sugar than a southeast.
So like Vietnamese coffee.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Vietnamese coffee.
but
Yeah.
tea.
And then
yeah.
there's also like jellies or like bubble tea that you can get in there in the bottom, which is just more concentrated sugar. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
Home of the bulking over here. It's pretty great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like instant diabetic coma recipe for anybody who
Oh
wants
yeah,
to.
it's at least 3 cups of sugar in a 1 cup of liquid. I mean, it's incredible. 3 cups of sugar right there.
Nice. Jeff Riggins in the chat. I feel like when I pull with the starting strength setup on deadlifts, I'm basically doing an RDL from the floor. How I'm built, perhaps. It's not really a question.
You're setting up too close to the bar.
Almost certainly.
Yep.
Send in a video.
Yeah, Jeff. Get it in there. Send it to me right now, Jeff. I'll get it on if you send it to me right now.
Also,
Send
I hope you mean
location.
an SLDL and not an RDL, because if you're doing an RDL, then you're doing it very, very, very wrong.
Hmm. And the lifting police are going to come and arrest you for being such an
Yeah,
idiot.
dude. They will. They will.
John Barr, checking in from OKC. Excited to have Chase as our coach.
What's up, John? Looking forward to being there, man.
Yep.
Wait, really? Oh, I didn't know about this.
Did we talk about this for 30 minutes last week? Oh, that might have been
Week
before.
that. But yeah, so Alex,
think
yeah,
we'll talk
I'm
about
moving
this.
to Oklahoma City here in a few weeks. I'm going to be taking
Yo.
the head coach position there.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. All right. What are we doing? A live stream. That's right.
Oh shit! Are we live? Oh no!
Strong.
Oh, no.
Strong Moomin.
Strong movement. The strongest movement.
Yeah,
There are weaker ones
No.
out there, I'm sure.
but there's no movement stronger. That's for sure. Oh,
Nice. Good morning.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is
I-
this is what happens at LA Fitness when the gym bro gets to say, "Hey, starting strength is always just good morning squats." This is what happens.
Yeah, movement. Yeah, you're exaggerating the fuck out of leaning over. Don't. Think about it more from the standpoint of the knees bending and getting that in place, and your torso is going to kind of correct itself. You don't have to worry about leaning over. You have nailed that to fucking death. Get your knees into position, and everything is going to iron out. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, Tubo as well. Hopefully, Santana has one there. Try and use that. Or just ask him about knee position in it. But, like, knees need to get more forward sooner. Paul Horn has a good video on this. I want to say it's called Let's Get to the Bottom of Your Squat, where he pretty lengthily goes through the knees in relationship to the hips and then what that pacing is about. But, yeah, I think it's not... I think you'll be able to self-coach through this with a few tweaks to the knee position. I don't think this is going to be a very long-standing problem for you.
Yep. All right, Moomin. Thanks for the video. Wayne Nolly.
Do those look like lifters?
Yeah, I can see the Adidas on.
Yeah, I reckon they are. Yeah.
He just has the cocaine iced out look.
I mean, is it just me, or is it like sort of annoying that rack is just offset against the wall, like it's on an angle? Is it just me, isn't it?
That's just you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
can't deal
totally
with
just
that.
you, bro. You should have been an interior designer, is what that's telling me.
I can see
Mick
Mick doing that.
Yeah, dude.
My apartment's very
Oh.
minimalist.
Well, then you
He'll
could
just
be a
tell you to get
minimalist
rid of all your
interior
shit.
designer.
Yeah.
Just be poor, and
keep
you're a
your
great
squat
interior
rolling.
designer.
Just be poor. Got it. These are actually looking a lot better than I thought they would.
I would like the stance a little bit wider. It'll probably help you
Oh.
control the knee position passively without like thinking about it too much. When you're fighting for your knees and hips, kind of going forward and backwards, you'll notice that little like stabilization or basically rock forward and back on the ascent. You can probably avoid that with a wider stance and thinking a little bit more with your hips.
Yep.
Boys, anything else to add?
No,
Is
man.
he
I don't think
a little
you got it with
high
the shooting
on the back?
Not so much that I would nitpick it. I think the rest is a little bit more pressing for him.
You think that's low bar then, do you?
I think that's probably as low as we can ask for the sake of convenience.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
I bet he has it right on the spine of his scapula. It's not
Yeah, that's what
either
it looks like
higher
to me
or
too.
lower.
He seems to lose it a bit, though. It seems to move around a bit.
That's why I
Also,
was going to bring
it-
it up. Is like,
It'll start kind of teeter-tottering due to him shooting back. Like, I have this problem sometimes,
Yeah.
too, or a few months ago, is that you have to learn how to, once you establish that knee position, hold it there on the way up, and just drive straight up instead of letting your ass shoot back. And Alex elaborated way more than what I just said.
yep.
All right. Well, that's all the videos. So that's some kind of record, I think.
There you're
Oh,
not
damn,
kidding.
man.
Yeah. I don't know. If you guys want to keep going, I'll probably grab a couple of videos from next week if you want.
Yeah.
Why not?
Grab something. Anything controversial about programming that we want to talk about? Start a fight right now, somebody.
Here we go. I want to show you this video. This is our friend from Sweden, Alex, Ben. He wanted to celebrate his 3 months.
Banked. Yay.
Ah, Ben.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Now we're going to hear how much his squats suck. Someone just burp.
That wasn't me.
I'm guessing Alex Mitchell by the look on his face right now.
I still have to say he has the most interesting home gym out of anybody. Like bicycles on the
sure.
wall, multiple monitors, all in some sort of very narrow room. Here's the last rep. All right, what do you guys think?
I actually like the last one the best. He's kind of inconsistent about the depth. Don't think about feeling for it. Just keep going down and hit the bounce. And as you come up, keep the chin down. Honestly, I think you have a bunch of distractions, too, in front of you with the monitors and all the shit in front of you. Turn them off if you can, unless, like, you're playing music or something like that. But train yourself to look down a little bit more. I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, the big thing we've been working with him has been like upper back position, and then again finding consistency in that depth. But he's been like very steadily improving on this time over time.
Yeah, like from the videos last time, yeah, this looks drastically better.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
he's
for
definitely
sure.
getting there. All right, good on you, Ben. 3-month anniversary of starting strengths. Got a question from Stephen Louis in the chat. Programming question: how would you progress a 2-week Texas method?
So for what, the upper body, lower body, or I guess in general?
What?
He means the whole thing, but so functionally, if you are protracting the mesos or the microcycle length out to 2 weeks, so let's say if we have a 14-day calendar, your structure is still going to be the same between like you're having a relatively peaked stimulus that is relying more on volume, you are having either technical or medium stress work in the middle of that microcycle, and then peaking towards the end. The liberty that you have on a 2-week cycle is that you can likely do a relatively small taper on the back end of that. So like, let's say days 10 through 14, you could probably do, let's say if you're doing like a triple at 10 or the hardest triple you can do on that 14th day, you can probably incorporate more triple practice at lighter offsets throughout the middle and then ramp up to that final intensity day. And then your volume stress should probably take up at least days 1 through 4. I can't imagine days 1 through 6. Like, you can probably get away with training at a much higher frequency. So rather than just training 3 days within a 7-day structure, if you're doing a 14-day structure where day 1 is going to be the start of your training and then day 14 is going to be the end of that microcycle, you can probably train a lot more than you think you can. It's granted, so long as you're following the same kind of ebbs and flows. But I don't know if I would even call that Texas method anymore. You know what I mean? That's just like
Yeah, dude. I was about to say
other
like
programming.
Yeah.
At some point, you're not doing Texas method, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's totally okay to not be doing Texas method. I might even advise it. But like, yeah, and the main benefit that you get when you're doing a 2-week cycle of any kind is that you can break it up into like Kay was saying, either a longer peak, or you can break it up into like you've got your squat deadlift intensity and your deadlift your squat deadlift intensity and your bench press intensity, and you can sort of alternate those and do your volume pressing while you do your intensity lower body lifts. You could split it up different than that, where you can do like deadlift and bench press intensity on 1 week, and you can do press and squat on another week. Whatever makes sense for your situation, which is again what we say, like if in advanced programming and anything past like standard HLM, you're making decisions based on your needs. It's like exclusively built to your needs as a lifter and whatever the hell's going on outside of lifting as well.
I would say, since the microcycle length is going to be so long, that you need to be gearing your rep selection around the performance events at the end of it. So if you're doing this cycle, which let's say is going to accumulate in top sets of 4 or top sets of 6 or 2 or whatever that may be, that your practice work is geared roughly around that. Okay, because like if all of the rep work that you're doing on your volume day is somewhere between 4 reps to 6 reps, just as much as it is on the medium stress days in the middle of it, and then you just kind of drop into doubles, you probably aren't going to either be fresh enough, not fresh enough, but like practiced enough neurologically to handle that discrepancy in loading. You know, because like you're a really strong guy, so if I had to bet, your triple is tracking farther away from your single than you think, and your set of 5 is tracking pretty far away from your set of 2. So like if your intensity day targets are very disparate from your volume day, you may not have enough specificity to drive those up as much as you want, which is why I would push for more of that practice work within the middle of it. But like not being married to like the standard 7-day calendar is such a huge programming boon to have. It's a huge tool. If you have like the logistics of a home gym, you can train whenever the hell you want. You know, like a 14-day mesocycle with a 2-day reset in between, like it's very helpful.
It's a dream come true for sure.
Yep. Jeff Riggins asking, how's Chase's snatch and clean and jerk progressing?
It's good, man. I cleaned 160 for a PR a couple weeks ago, and then snatch has been kind of difficult. What I have a problem with is that once it hits around my knees, is that I lose contact with the bar, or my thighs rather, until I hit the jump position. So I'm kind of having a little bit of a loop, and you'll see in my videos like I run around all over the place trying to get the bar back over my shoulders. I've been slowly getting better with that. I've been working with Josh on like kind of coming up with different weird, I guess, exercises to kind of help with that. And since that, like we're doing pause snatches, hang snatches, kind of reinforcing the jump, because I know how to do it in the lighter weights, but as soon as it gets heavy, I kind of just go retarded. And it's weird too, because I haven't done this enough to where I can't distinguish and kind of identify the movement in my brain. I still need to kind of get that motor pathway going. But for the clean stuff, man, it's going good. I'm kind of getting more uncomfortable with my jerk. And yeah, it's slowly coming along. I didn't believe, Josh, whenever he first said, like, it's going to be kind of a while for flexibility to increase and to actually get into position. I thought, whatever. I think that's just a bunch of, like, ollie lifter bullshit talk. But no, it's true, man. Your rack position has to be solid before anything.
Yeah, you got to spend a lot of time in those positions.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Yep.
All right, well, I think we'll leave it there, fellas. Thanks to everyone that sent in videos this week, and thanks, guys. Chase, where can people find you online?
It's Chase Lindley on Instagram.
Yep.
It's actually Mick Solomon's
app.startingstrength.com for if you want to contact Chase. Yep.
It's my alias.
And Alex, I nearly said Chase Lindley, just because I'm reading the text. I'm not looking at the page. Yeah. Alex Mitchell, where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm at Stronger Now Gym on Instagram and Facebook, StrongerNowGym.com website, and I do online coaching as well. So hit me up if you're looking for that.
Beautiful. And Alex Koseri?
Website link somewhere on my pecs right now. Now it's on my face. You can cover up the face. That's not a good asset. Not a good asset. But yeah, I do online coaching. I primarily work with an interesting population. I would say multi-sport athletes for the most part. So if you are balancing like your strength and conditioning demands and you actually care about that, not just as an accessory, and are working in some sort of sport, I work with a lot of endurance athletes, a lot of grapplers, fighters, martial artists, climbers, stuff like that. So if you're trying to juggle that stuff and you think you need a careful hand with programming, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help.
Cool. All right. Thanks very much, guys. We will see you all next week.
See y'all.
All right. See you, boys.